Hi, this is Furore Gaming, and we are here with
Gavin?
Yeah. And it's the SpecialEffect,
that's
the gamers
right,
charity.
Yep, that's ours, that's ours.
Could you just briefly talk us through what it is you're trying to achieve and what it is we're doing here?
Okay, no problem. So, in a nutshell, we're a charity that helps people with disabilities play video games. So, no matter your disability, we're going to try and help you in some capacity. What we're showing here is the old faithful. We show this each time we come out, anytime anybody invites us out. Well, and what this is using your eyes to play Dirt 3. This one is a really nice one to have a go at, because instantly you kind of get it. You understand that if I wasn't able to use my body at all, I had an incident where I was all of a sudden paralysed and I could only move my eyes. Then you kind of get that, I can still do things, I can still enjoy myself, and that's kind of what we're showing here. And on the far side, even though these guys aren't using their chins like they should, and that guy, I don't think, oh no, one of them is, yeah, okay, so one's cheating. But yeah, a lot of the time when people lose mobility from a progressive condition, it seems to be their chin that they retain a lot of good movement in. So what this is somebody using their chin to control the hands in Nidhogg, and the little switches there, they're really lightweight ones. They're the ones that we use if you have very small amounts of movement and you can only put a slight bit of pressure on things. So again, another practical way of showing roughly what we do. Yeah.
So how long has this been in development? Or this individual product?
So this product, it's not something that we sell ourselves. We're a charity, so we don't sell anything at all. Our kind of main function is to help you find the right bits for you. But this particular system, it's been used for people with disabilities only in the last year or so. The eye gaze systems that are out there, they've been in use for a good old time, a good old while. Sorry, I lost my train of thought because somebody's taking my name behind me, and that's always what happens. But yeah, it's been in. They've been in use with people with disabilities for quite a while now. It's again, by us turning up and speaking to people like you, hopefully somebody's going to see this and think, okay, I can't use a lot of things, but maybe I can use this sort of tech. And so yeah.
Anyone like, for instance, if they've had a tragic accident, they've lost both their limbs, they can still enjoy themselves, and they're like everyday people. They can have gaming, so they can still use. These games using their peripheral vision, moving it around. So if someone, at what point would you say that it requires to be given into, to give to somebody with disability?
So we're quite easy to refer to. So when people come to us, a lot of the time, they're really surprised how easy it is to actually get in contact with us, because they're used to dealing with services that it takes a while for somebody to come out to see you. So if you were to contact us, it wouldn't necessarily have to be a nurse, it wouldn't have to be a health, it wouldn't have to have anything to do with any kind of assessment, medical-wise. You could even just drop an email, one line, you could ring, you can do whatever, you can just ring us, you will literally speak to one of us guys. There's 13 of us, so maybe me that picks up the phone, and then in a month's time, it's kind of about a month, because we have so many people that we're trying to see all over the UK, but roughly within a month we come and see you, and it'll be me that spoke to you on the phone. I'll turn up at your door and try and help. But yeah, that's quite important. That anywhere in the UK we'll try and help, and even if you aren't in the UK, we'll try and help with advice. I'll speak to you on the phone, or I'll try and control your computer remotely to try and set you up with the software you need. So yeah, we try and do as much as we can abroad, but face-to-face visit-wise, anywhere in the UK, generally we'll come to your house, because you may not be able to travel.
So, do you have a track about how many people you've helped so far with this?
Not necessarily off the top of my head how much we've helped so far, but roughly at the moment, at any one time, so I'm terrible at maths, so you'll have to forgive me. So at the moment, we, between 4 of the assessment team, we are helping remotely people from different countries, about 170 people via email, and face-to-face visits on our books at the moment, because people will come they'll get their equipment and they'll go, and they may come back again. That's fine with us because we don't charge. That's fine. But at any one time, roughly at the moment, we've got coming up to 300 people that we're supporting face to face between the 4 of us across the UK. So we're busy.
Yeah,
we are busy. Both, like I say, on the emails, and the face to face is the most. It's our day-to-day work, I'd say. It's what I spend the majority of my week doing, is coming to people's houses and trying to help, and then coming back in a month's time if you need a little bit extra.
So, as you said, it is for charity. So you help them, don't charge any. Have you had any major donations or contributions towards it?
We get some generous people offering amounts to us. Normally, because we're based in Oxford, there's some really wonderful local companies that aren't necessarily related to gaming, but they have like a charity of the year, and they'll do whatever they can. So it can be bake sales, it could be anything, but they think of us throughout the year and they give it to us in one big sum. But it's not huge. It's not like a, because when you think about our remit that is gaming, and you think about how much games are kind of worth as an industry, you may think that a company would come to us and say, we like what you do, and give us quite a bit of money, but we're so small that people don't necessarily think of us at the moment and do that sort of thing. So even when people donate amounts to us, which are greatly appreciated, and they are large, they're not kind of what you would imagine, because I guess that's what you were thinking, maybe a big company would come to us and go, there's your work for a year. We don't get that at the moment,
No,
sadly.
Still quite, still a small company.
13, yeah, exactly.
So,
right, yeah.
What's the largest donation you've had?
I'm not sure, top of my head. I've got to be honest with you, because I'm the bod that comes to see you. I can ask the guy that's chatting behind me, because he's part of the fundraising team. We all muck in at these events, but I've got to be honest with you, I'm quite lucky. I don't have to worry about financials. I literally turn up at your house, play some games with you, and I've got a pretty sweet job. But if you need that, I can speak to the guy when he's...
How many games are there, does this currently work for, or is it a limited amount?
So that particular system, so an eye gaze system rather, that way of accessing, it's really good with racing games. It's pretty good with Minecraft, with some assists from some voice controls and things like that if you can speak.
Yeah.
But it's not for every game, because it's kind of it's controlling a cursor, and then you've got to try and get things around that. So it's not every game that works.
So still limitations, obviously, for what it is, as it's only controlled by directions.
Yeah, completely right. I mean, the way that we work is when somebody contacts us, they normally have a very specific game or a couple of games that they want to play, and we don't have any way of opening that bit of software up and changing it. So it's mostly hardware that we use to try and get around the difficulties you may have. So people will contact us, they say, I want to play Call of Duty, and that's what they want to play, and that's fair enough, because they have friends play or their family play it, and it's our job is to head scratch and try and get a way around that, because we can't open the software and change how it works, and even if we could, they wouldn't want to play like that, because they want to play it like their siblings and what have you. So it's very much hardware based, and it's very much aimed at a particular passion or game that they want to enjoy. Some people come, I want to play Call of Duty and nothing else. Some people just say, I want to play some kind of sport game, and then it's a little bit more open. But yeah, normally people have a very firm idea, and we're not going to change that.
No,
not at all.
Everyone has their own specific ideas what games they prefer to play.
Yeah.
So thank you very much.
No problem. Pleasure.
And I hope all the best with the company.
Yeah.
Get some contributions.
Yes. Thank you very much, guys. Cheers.
Welcome. Thank you. I'm Wolfgar, and this is
Barry.
Barry. Nice to meet you, Barry.
Hiya.
So can you tell us a little bit about this? We've already spoken with Gavin, and he's told us the basics of what it is you do, how you go out to help people with disabilities. Are there any the financial costs, and obviously with the research, how much you take in, so your contributions?
Yeah, sure. Well, a lot of our contributions, all of our contributions come from voluntary donations. Now, some of that is from individuals going out and running events, challenge events. We're just on the back of our Game Blast weekend, which is our biggest in-house fundraiser, and that's where basically the games industry and individuals go and do a marathon weekend of gaming. That's just raised £110,000 for us for this year. The biggest contribution from that was from the company, Jagex, the makers of RuneScape. And all of that is vital. We don't charge for any of our services at all, so we're basically able to go out and out probably about 350 people at any one time up and down the UK, which is all mileage. These guys cover thousands of miles every month, anywhere from Inverness down to Truro in Cornwall, all on a completely no charge basis. So the voluntary donations are vital. We get a lot. Some of their money comes in for trusts and foundations, others from the various events that are going on through the year. But the Game Blast one is the biggest in-house one.
So how many people have you helped up to date, if you know off the top of your head?
Face to face, we probably do somewhere in the region of 4,000 since we began in 2007. But face to face is only one aspect of our work. We also do remote work, so we get about 2,000 emails and telephone calls from around the world. So the face to face work is all the UK work. But then we're helping people in America, Australia, New Zealand, Europe. So and we try and always make sure that we can give an answer and give time to people when they call in for help.
Okay. What is your average response time of being able to, if someone asks for your services, how long do you usually expect to be able to help them out? Can they expect to?
In terms of the length of time we're helping them,
Yeah.
it's open-ended. So we'll always try to get to them with a first visit. If it's what we feel is a non-urgent visit, we'll try and get them to them within 3 weeks. For some visits where somebody's had an accident and the actual technology is being used for communication, then that's usually within a couple of days, and that's mainly hospital
Higher
visits.
priorities.
Exactly, and we're very lucky to have a very hands-on working CEO who doubles up his fundraising and speaking efforts with going out there and helping people with the eye gaze. He's one of the world's leading authorities in assistive technology, so he has to split his time between many different aspects of our work.
So, do you know how long this research has been in development, or when it was first?
Well, the eye control research has been probably a decade or even more. The original cameras were first used as a one-way tool, I think by direct marketing companies to track the eye movements of people looking over direct mail. Now, what's happened more recently, and Mick Donegan, our founder, has been a big part of it, is actually reversing that so it's an interactive tool instead of just one way. So Mick's been working on it for at least since the charity was founded, and I think quite a while before that as well. I couldn't tell you when exactly year.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
It's been a pleasure.
Cheers.
And best of luck.
Thanks very much indeed. Brilliant.
Thank you.